Did you know that over 90% of day traders actually lose money? Crazy, right? Or maybe you found yourself feeling totally overwhelmed by the wild swings in the market. If that sounds familiar, you may want to stick around because in this video, we are diving into a day trading strategy that can help you navigate these choppy waters. So basically, the stochastic oscillator helps you understand if a currency pair is overbought or oversold. Now, the oscillator ranges from 0 to 100. As we can see here, this is the 0 level and this is the 100 level. However, this oscillator has readings above 80, which indicates that the asset is overbought, while readings below 20 suggest that the asset is oversold. On this particular chart, we are analyzing the Euro USD currency pair. So whenever the oscillator is above the 80 level, it shows that the currency pair is overbought, while below the 20 level shows that the currency pair is oversold. When you see the lines cross, for example, at this place, it signifies a potential reversal in price. For example, after the price of the Euro USD came down all the way to this place, we can see that the stochastic oscillator entered the oversold region, signifying that Euro USD was oversold at this point. And now after this crossover happened, we can see that the main line is this green line. We can see that the main line crossed above the signal line. The signal line is the red line. So we can see that after the crossover happened, around this oversold zone, we can see that price also reacted to it because there was a little bit of a bullish move, although because it's weekend, so the market is closed. However, when the market opens, we are going to know if this bullish move is going to continue, right? But for the meantime, we can see that price is reacting to the signal from the stochastic oscillator, which is giving a buy signal. Meanwhile, just before this buy signal was formed, we can see that there was a sell signal. There was a sell signal around here as the stochastic oscillator entered the overbought region and a bearish crossover happened. We can see that the main line crossed over the signal line below, and after that we can see that the price of Euro USD reacted accordingly. So had it been we had entered a sell around here, we would have perhaps exited somewhere around here just after this bullish crossover happened. Just after this bullish crossover happened, we would have exited. By the way, because we are talking about day trading, we want to discuss day trading using the stochastic oscillator. You might be wondering, what time frames are you going to focus on? What time frames do you need to analyze? Because you don't need all the time frames when you are day trading. Now, statistics show that a lot of traders prefer using the 5 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, and 30 minutes time frame. However, it all depends on your patience. Yes, it depends on your patience and your profit targets, like your profit goals. Yeah, there are some factors that determine what time frames that you want to be using when you are trading, because all you just need to do is, as a day trader, all you just need to do is, you pick your trades, you enter your trades, and you exit before the day closes. So a day trader would likely be trading just for some hours, or they could enter the trade perhaps in the morning or noon, and perhaps close the trade at night or in the evening. So you can decide to use the 5 minutes time frame if you want to do your analysis as a day trader. You can let us do a little analysis on the 5 minutes time frame, and we are going to know how long such trades is going to be open. So let us use this as an example. We can see a buy signal here from the stochastic oscillator as price came into the oversold zone, and there was a bullish crossover. Now, just right after the crossover, we can see that price reacted. Now, there was a little bit of a consolidation around here before the bullish move finally happened. But if we had entered after this crossover, just after the crossover, it means we would have entered our trade somewhere here, but we will have patiently waited until we get an exit signal. And one of the ways you can determine how to exit your trade is when we see an opposing signal from the stochastic oscillator. Now, since your buy signal says there should be a bullish crossover around the oversold region, it means your exit signal could be when you see a bearish crossover around the overbought region. So we would have been exiting our trade somewhere around here, right? So if we had entered around here, if we had entered somewhere around here and exited somewhere around here, that would have given us around 25 pips, right? About 25 pips. However, our stop loss could have been set below this swing low, but you can also decide to use other indicators to confirm your stop loss level. You can decide to work with the moving average or perhaps the RSI or any other indicator of your choice to just confirm your stop loss level. Perhaps if the indicators are also giving the same signal. However, if you are a price action focused trader, you can just decide to work with support and resistance levels. And since we have a support level around here, setting your stop loss just below that support level is also going to be a good option. So if we had entered around here, that would have been around 1040, around 1040. And if we had exited the trade around here, that would have been around 13 o'clock. So that is going to give us about 2 hours. Yes, about 2 hours, 20 minutes. About 2 hours, 20 minutes. So if you had taking your trade on the 5 minutes time frame, this particular trade, your trade would have been open just for about 2 hours, 30 minutes. Now let us go to the 15 minutes time frame. Let us look for an example on the 15 minutes time frame. Let us see this good example here. Had it been we had entered a sell trade just after this signal, you can see there was a sell signal here. Had it been we had entered the sell trade just after that signal, that means we would have been entering this trade around 15:45. We would have entered this trade around 15:45 and then waiting for an opposing signal from the stochastic oscillator. It means we would have exited this trade somewhere around here, right? That's about 20:30. So entering around, or let's just say we entered around 16 o'clock after the crossover had happened. Let's just say we entered around 16 o'clock, right? And we exited somewhere around 20:30. It means our trade would have been open for about 4 hours 30 minutes. So you can see that the higher the time frame, the higher the duration of your trade is going to be open. Meanwhile, day traders, don't forget that day traders are only looking for their trade to be open for a maximum of a day. Day traders, they are looking for trades to not exceed a day, perhaps some hours, or maybe half of a day, or maybe more than half of a day, but at least, at most, sorry, at most a day, and they're done with that trade. Perhaps the next day they want to look for a new trade, and the next day they want to look for a new trade, and the next day, like that, like that. So now going to the 30 minutes time frame, let's look for another example on the 30 minutes time frame. Okay, we can see one here. Had it been we had entered this trade after this signal, we can see that we would have entered around 4:30, and then waiting for the opposing signal to exit our trade. We would have perhaps exited this trade around 13:30, or around 14 o'clock. Okay, around 14 o'clock we will have exited the trade. So if we had entered, or let's just say we entered around 5 o'clock and exited the trade around 14 o'clock, we can see that this trade would have been opened for about 9 hours. So as a day trader, you can decide to focus on the 5 minutes time frame, the 15 minutes time frame, or the 30 minutes time frame, so that your trade can, run for just some hours, and then you are done with it, so that your trade may not cross over to the next day. Okay, but basically, the strategy remains the same irrespective of the time frame you are using. Whether you are using the 5 minutes time frame as a day trader, or the 15 minutes time frame as a day trader, or the 30 minutes time frame, just know that you are going to be looking out for crossovers. For a buy trade, you'll be looking out for a bullish crossover around the oversold zone, and for a sell trade, you will be looking out for a bearish crossover around the overbought zone. So basically, that is it. That's how this strategy works. Using the stochastic oscillator to day trade, this is basically how the strategy works. Remember that when you enter a sell trade, you will want to be looking to set your stop loss just above the nearest swing high, and for a buy trade, you might be looking at setting your stop loss just below the nearest swing low. Okay, and then for your exit signals, you can decide to focus on the opposite signal from the stochastic oscillator, or you can decide to use some other indicators for extra confirmation, or you can just decide to set your take profit for a sell trade at the nearest support level. For example, if we had entered a sell trade around here, we might not necessarily wait for an opposing signal from the stochastic oscillator. We can just decide to set a take profit around the support zone. We can see that there is a support zone here, so that is one of the ways to set your take profit. Is just one of the ways. Okay, and then for a buy trade, we can decide to set our take profit around the nearest resistance zone. We can see for example, if we had entered a buy trade around here, perhaps we would have considered setting a take profit here. That is if we are using resistance as our exit. Okay, if we are using resistance to determine our exit, we could have perhaps exited the trade around here. But if you want to use the opposing signal from the stochastic oscillator, then you would have perhaps waited for, you know, these stochastic lines to start coming down. Then perhaps you would have exited your trade somewhere around here. See, it's almost the same thing, right? So that is it for using the stochastic oscillator to day trade. I would love to hear about your experiences with day trading. Have you ever used the stochastic oscillator, or are you just starting out? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check out my next video for more awesome trading tips. Happy trading, everyone.